Hello everyone, I have a quick tip video today. This is something different. I was vacuuming yesterday, and when I was using this technique in my vacuum to scent up my home and to cover up the scent that was in my vacuum bag, I thought, why don't I do a video on this, because my channel is about scents. And if you're like me, who is obsessed with scents, obviously if you're watching this channel you are, you want to keep your vacuum bag smelling fresh as well. And I have 3 animals. I have a cat and 2 small dogs. Now I know somebody with a larger dog, you might have to use a little bit more than from what I'm going to show you. But my Shih Tzu is 14 years old, and as they get older, they develop skin conditions. They have allergic reactions, and there's no way that they can find out what exactly she's allergic to. So she'll have flare-ups where she's itching like crazy, and she'll start chewing her fur, scabbing, and then she's going to go to the vet, have her shots and her antibiotics to help her, which it does. But when she's having that flare-up, the odor is bad because flakes are just going all over the place, and it's just a really nasty odor, especially cat box, around the cat box, she vacuumed up around there. I use 2 different vacuums anyways, by the way, one for the cat box and one for my house, but that's just me. So you can't always change your vacuum bag after every use. I would love to, but it gets expensive. So I found a way that has really worked out good. I mean, I tried scent tabs, I have an Oryx. So I went to the Oryx store and I bought those scent tabs, which are quite expensive. I can smell it maybe 3 days tops, and that's it. I have used the little sachets that you put inside the vacuum bags. Again, 1 or 2 uses, can't smell it anymore. Then I decided to do a little experimenting with some fragrance oils. When I was making bath bombs, I have tons of fragrance oils, like these. And these are just 2 of the scents. One's Squished, Fruity Loops, and Boston Tea Party. And these are from Nature's Garden, and I think they're 2 something. I think these are 1.5 ounce or something. I don't know exactly the size of these. I'll link everything below. But these last quite a long time for what I'm doing. I was using for bath bombs, but to fragrance up your vacuum bag, so easy. They have hundreds, literally hundreds and hundreds of scents that you can use. My favorite is Autumn Magic. It is just a clean, fresh, magical scent. I love it. And that is in my caddy for work, because I do this at work as well for making people's homes smell good. Because most of you probably know I own a cleaning business, so people who have large pets, and a lot of them do, that odor just gets to you, and you have to freshen up that vacuum bag. So what I do is I take my fragrance oil, and I take a Q-tip, and I dip the Q-tip all the way in, and I saturate both ends. And with my vacuum bag, since it's, a large vacuum bag, I can just throw it right inside, the whole thing like that. But if you have a smaller vacuum bag, which when I use the smaller, I have a smaller hand vac bag, it goes over the shoulder, and it's good for edging and floors when I do people's homes. And I take the Q-tip and I put it in half. I just fold it in half, and then I dip it all together in the oil, and then I stick it inside the bags. And this will amazingly fragrance up your vacuum. It's great, of course, at the beginning, but as you start to fill up your vacuum bag and you start to smell the odor, now I do it when it's a fresh bag, and I keep going when the vacuum bag starts to smell. Now, if you have a large dog and a lot of pet odor, you might want to put 2. Just, just experiment. See how strong the scent is, because every scent is different. You might think it's strong, and then you put it in your bag, and it's not strong. So you have to kind of play around to see which scent is strong enough to actually work in your vacuum bag. But this is a great way to just get a burst of fragrance in your home without lighting a bunch of candles, because I'll tell you, if you have a stinky vacuum bag, candles are not going to cover it. I have tried. My husband's like, you know what? It still smells in here. I can't put powder on the floor because my Chihuahua has asthma attack, so anything on the floor like that directly in the carpet will make her have a asthma attack. So to me, this is the only way that will fragrance up, and it's awesome because you can try all different scents. You can also use the oils, the Slacken oils, and yesterday I put in spiced cider. Because I'm not going to put this in my warmer right now, but it smells amazing in my vacuum. I just vacuumed my home just a few minutes ago, and it just smelled awesome while the vacuum was going. It just gives that burst of a scent. You know, and I've got here mint chocolate, I've got frosted cupcake, and what I do with these is, since you can't dip it inside, is I hold it over the sink, and I just hold it and just pour it on and saturate the ends. Again, throw it in your vacuum bag. And this will work even in, and here I have another one. I have kiwi, sage, and ginger, and I believe this is from Coastal Scents. Their scents are not as strong, though. They're okay, but they're not as strong because their peppermint was super strong in the bottle, but when I put it in my bag, I couldn't smell it. So you have to be careful. Some scents just don't work as well as others. Now, if you have a bagless vacuum, you can still stick it in the tube. You just open it up, throw it in there, and it's not going to do any harm to your vacuums whatsoever because you're just picking up stuff off the ground anyways. So you can put as many Q-tips as you want in your vacuum bag until it gets to the point that they're not working anymore. Once you've put 2 Q-tips in at a time and you're like, okay, you know what, I could still smell that pet odor or whatever odor is coming from your vacuum bag, it's time to change it. Do not wait until it gets up to the tippy top because it's just really, you're just blowing a bunch of odor in the air, an odor you don't want. So I'm hoping I explained this good enough. I mean, it's pretty simple. You know, you just saturate your Q-tips, put 1 or 2, experiment on the scents and see how strong you need it to cover up the odors that's in your bag. And, you don't have to pop your vacuum bag out. This is just a new vacuum bag. When it's in your vacuum, you just open it up, and just throw them in. You just throw them right in. Even if there's a little dust and everything in there, you just throw them right in there, and they're fine. They're not going to harm anything. It just, like I said, gives a wonderful fragrance, and it really helps to freshen up your vacuum bag, especially if you have pets. I cannot stress that enough. With pets, you need something to cover up that fur and like I said, if you got a cat litter box that you have to vacuum with the cat litter, this works amazing. And just think about it. The oils that you're not using, like you've got sitting around the house because it's winter, fall, and you've got the spring and summer, but you still like those scents, it's not going to last a long time in your house after vacuuming. I mean, you're going to smell it while you're vacuuming, but after you're done, it's only going to last for like 5 or 10 minutes and the scent's gone. So at least your favorite fragrances, like I have a winter one. I love that scent, but in the spring I'm not going to be lighting my candle or doing my oil, but I would love to throw it in my vacuum bag because it will just give me that scent that I crave and love. Just enough while I'm vacuuming, I'm enjoying that scent, and I can go light my spring candles because the scent will be gone within 5 or 10 minutes. It's just something that's going to not pollute your air with a dirty vacuum bag. And another great tip is I vacuum about 4 times a day. I am obsessed with vacuuming. If you're angry, if you get angry and you don't know what to do with it, grab your vacuum. Seriously. Put your oils inside there or whatever, your Q-tip inside with some oil, and vacuum, vacuum, vacuum. This is going to get your frustrations out. Also, it's going to burn calories because you're going to start to sweat. It is amazing what vacuuming can do. I'm going to tell you right now, I've kept my figure because of my job, and most of it's because of the vacuuming. And it's just a great way, to block out the noise around your house and just vacuum and take that frustration out on your vacuum, your carpets. As you're cleaning, you're still getting that frustration out. Just a little tip. I did that last night. I was upset and I was vacuuming and I blocked out the kids and the hubby. And when I was done vacuuming, I got a good workout and I felt great. And my home smells fresh. So hopefully you'll use this tip and let me know how it works. If you have another tip on how to freshen up your vacuum bags, please share below with us. Let us know what you use to scent up your vacuum bags and how long they last, the first scent. And I can tell you with this, I really don't know how long the scent's going to last for. It just depends on how much, pet odor or whatever odor gets in your vacuum bag. I can probably get about 4 or 5 uses out of an oil, depending on what scent it is. So it all just depends, but it's really a cheap way because think about it. if you buy one of these for like $2 something, my poor Fruity Loops has had it here. It's still full, but it's so smushed. If you buy one of these for $2 something, you're going to get a lot of uses out of that, and you're not spending a lot of money, so it doesn't matter if you use up, 5 or 6 Q-tips or 10 Q-tips in a month in your vacuum bag. It's still not going to take up a lot of oil, and it doesn't take a lot of money to set up at all. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this little tip. It was just something different I wanted to share, and I said it was going to be a quick tip, but you know how I love to ramble, so it was not a quick tip. So thanks for watching. I will see you in my next video. Have a great day.